Our story begins with a tiny gland, deeply hidden within the human skull. Its job is vital: to distinguish light from darkness, to produce the hormone melatonin that guides us to sleep, and to precisely time the onset of puberty. Doctors know it as the glandula pinealis, epiphysis cerebrae, or corpus pineale, but it is far more famous as the third eye. Because of its location corresponding to one of the 7 energy centers, chakras, it is regarded as a hub of spiritual and psychic energy. Since the key substances for mood, serotonin, and sleep, melatonin, are concentrated here, this third eye functions as a real portal of consciousness, what Aldous Huxley famously called the doors of perception. Great yoga masters claim the pineal gland acts as a receiver and transmitter of subtle cosmic vibrations that carry thoughts and psychic phenomena, noting that all psychic systems have their physical aspects in the body. The physical equivalent of the Ajna Chakra is the pineal gland. Indeed, experiments conducted in the 1970s on the so-called psi, paranormal phenomenon, confirmed that this gland is the focal point of those activities. Interestingly, as early as 1884, anatomist F. Alborn realized that the pineal gland was originally a photoreactive organ in lower vertebrates like fish and amphibians, sometimes located even outside the skull, just beneath the skin. Its crucial role in reproduction was discovered only 70 years later. The pineal gland determined the length of day and night, calculated the best season for mating, and switched on the sexual drive when the time was right. In 1958, Aaron Lerner discovered melatonin within the pineal gland, a hormone created from serotonin. He confirmed that melatonin production stops during the day and rapidly increases shortly after dusk, which is why it relaxes us and helps induce sleep. For a long time, it remained a mystery how a gland so deep inside the brain could distinguish light from darkness, until a direct connection was discovered between the pineal gland and the retina of the eye, which, surprisingly, also contains melatonin. When hallucinogens became popular in the late 60s, the interest in using an altered state of consciousness as a path to spirituality peaked. Researchers discovered that the drug LSD reaches a high concentration specifically in the pineal and pituitary glands. This altered state of consciousness is created because LSD mimics serotonin at the synapses, the communication points between neurons. Due to the high concentration of serotonin and melatonin, the pineal gland was accepted as that portal of consciousness. Yogis, who are scientists of the subtle spirit, claim that telepathy is a siddhi, a psychic power for thought communication, whose center is the Ajna Chakra, and whose physical term is the pineal gland. Satyananda, 1972. Experiments on the psi phenomenon in the 1970s showed it was most successful when subjects were in a relaxed, drowsy state, the state induced by melatonin. Other studies connected melatonin levels with the practice of yoga meditation. Just 3 months of practicing yoga significantly improves physical health and psychological profile, along with a visible increase in plasma melatonin levels in the blood. While blood pressure did not show a direct correlation, scientists conclude that yoga practice can stimulate the natural secretion of melatonin, which is responsible for overall well-being. Even more dramatic evidence comes from the stories of individuals who have had mystical experiences and near-death experiences, NDEs. These are often linked to the chemical called dimethyltryptamine DMT. This substance, found in tropical plants in our own body, is used by South American shamans and is chemically similar to both melatonin and serotonin. It is strongly hypothesized that the pineal gland releases stored DMT immediately before death, which is why survivors of NDEs often report out-of-body experiences and mystical visions. Although this is not definitively proven, the chemical link between DMT and melatonin, from which it is derived, strongly points to the pineal gland. Dr. Rick Strassman, 2001, believed that the pineal gland was the most likely source of endogenous DMT and dubbed it the spirit gland. Researcher J.C. Calloway proposed that naturally produced DMT is connected to the visual phenomena of dreams, as its levels rise regularly in the brain during sleep, causing visual images and possibly other paranormal states of mind. While hard empirical evidence is still lacking, The overall idea is meaningful and warrants further research. Anatomists have shown that the human pineal gland is most active during youth, just before puberty. This makes sense as the gland controls the reproductive system, switching on the hormones needed for maturation. However, after puberty, the pineal gland often calcifies, a condition known as brain sand. Despite this calcification, melatonin production does not appear to decrease. Nonetheless, other factors seriously impair the pineal gland, which is critical because melatonin is essential for the immune system. Low levels of melatonin are linked to breast and prostate cancer, and it regulates blood sugar metabolism. Studies show that night shift workers suffer more frequently from type 2 diabetes. Even winter depression is linked to low levels of these substances. Environmental interference is constant, and the two biggest enemies of the pineal gland are electromagnetic radiation and fluoride. Experiments on hamsters showed that exposure to magnetic fields of 50 or 60 hertz, the type of current flowing through our power grids, significantly reduces the nocturnal production of melatonin. This anomaly has also been demonstrated in human subjects. It is painful to realize that we are all constantly exposed to 60 hertz electric fields. The only way to avoid this radiation is to flee to remote, uninhabited areas. Yet even there, danger can exist. Recall HARP, the ionosphere research patent acquired by the Department of Defense. Part of R. Eastlund's original patent describes how extremely low frequency, ELF radiation causes acute drowsiness and disrupts heat regulation, a function of the pineal gland. It is feared that this technology could be refined for population control, posing a potential barrier to our spiritual progress. Prior to 1990, there was no research on the effect of fluoride on the pineal gland, despite its routine addition to drinking water in the USA to supposedly prevent tooth decay. Fluoride research remains controversial. Melatonin, incidentally, protects the body from cell damage caused by free radicals. Thanks to the thorough research of Dr. Jennifer Luke, it is known that the pineal gland is the primary target for fluoride accumulation in the body. The soft tissue of the adult pineal gland contains more fluoride than any other soft tissue, and its hardened tissue collects more fluoride than any other hard tissue, including the teeth it is supposed to protect. Dr. Luke's animal experiments showed that accumulated fluoride negatively impacts melatonin regulation. Animals treated with fluoride had lower circulating melatonin levels, which was accompanied by premature puberty in females. Luke concluded that fluoride suppresses pineal function and reduces melatonin synthesis, reinforcing the hypothesis that the pineal gland plays a crucial role in timing puberty. If the pineal gland is indeed the seat of the soul, or the gateway to enlightenment, then humanity may have lost its natural path to self-realization due to the polluted environment. The question remains, is there anything we can do to improve the health of this vital structure? Perhaps there is hope after all. The pineal gland is located on the roof of the third brain ventricle and relies on a constant blood supply through a richly vascularized network. Activities like rhythmic breathing and chanting ensure a good supply of oxygen to the pineal gland. Many yogis describe their breathing techniques as raising the heart rate while simultaneously lowering blood pressure. Curiously, this is exactly what happens just before death, supporting the theory that this process is an intentional preparation for the release of DMT, the body's psychoactive substance. DMT redirects the focus of our thoughts inward. While the exact chemical reaction is not fully explained, DMT temporarily removes the authority of the cerebral hemispheres, allowing new ideas and feelings to emerge and enabling the deciphering of a factual reality that is not rationally explainable, yet is real. While low-frequency radiation reduces melatonin, other types of radiation can be stimulating. It has been observed that psi abilities peak when the center of the Milky Way is in a specific position in the sky. The galactic center is a rich source of radio waves, which the pineal gland might be able to see in a way we do not yet understand. There are also studies on how ultrasonic vibrations affect consciousness. The hypothesis is that the pineal gland reacts to light, radio frequencies, and ELF radiation, all extremes on the electromagnetic spectrum. But sound waves are also part of that spectrum. Further research involves sonar stimulation, and there are patents where sound waves are applied to create thoughts, potentially aiding self-discovery. The potential for stimulating the pineal gland for self-realization exists. All that is needed is the will. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and like our video. See you soon.